Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Corporate thugs. Yeah, yo. I don't know why I even thought about it, but I don't know, you know what, sometimes I know YouTubers check out each other and stuff. I be checking out old clips from shows, past shows and stuff. And, every now and then I check out some clips from The Wire. Especially the Omar Cumming clips. Now, those are pretty good. But I was checking out one clip where, for fans of The Wire, for people familiar with The Wire, where Omar and Stringer Bell were parlaying. And, it's pretty interesting because, Stringer, that dude was slick. He was a true to the game gangster. And, of course, like true to the game gangsters, he got a bullet in his head. But, I thought about Stringer Bell, right? Because women were going crazy over that dude. In fact, I maintain that the reason Idris Elba got so popular was because he was playing an intelligent drug dealer or corporate thug. Now, I don't know if that term is used like it might have been back in the day, but you had dudes walking around, they go to work every day, suit and tie, but they were talking about they a corporate thug. And you know what? You can kind of understand somebody kind of adopting that persona because, got the whole thing with, men believing women want thugs. I've said before, it happens, but it's overblown. But shoot, hey, if you see it enough, you're like, hey, I'm a thug. But I was thinking about Stringer Bell because I check out characters like that because usually in literature and fiction, TV, they're very interesting. Because, you see the thumbnail, you got Stringer Bell, and then you got James St. Patrick, Ghost, from the TV show Power. I didn't use him. I didn't want to use Amari Hardrick, more than I needed to, That's it. Even though I like the character, even though he makes some dumb moves on the show. But we'll have a discussion about Power on another video, right? And even in literature, I don't know how many people here have read The Coldest Winter Ever, and they had that conflicted drug dealer Midnight, which Sister Soldier turned into a series. Of course, she kind of turned him into some teenage black ninja and stuff. Yeah, but still, his main appeal, he was that corporate thug. And, the corporate thug, basically that dude who you don't necessarily have to be somebody in a corporation. Could be a drug lord or something like that. But somebody who had that, that intelligence of the professional or something, or a lot of street smarts, but they still a thug. And you know what? It's just interesting. It's just an interesting concept because if you look at it's a big thing in kind of even literature or women's romance and all of that. Even that thing 50 Shades of Grey. That billionaire, he wasn't a drug dealer, but as far as I know, because I didn't want to read the book. But, from what I gather, he was a little crazy. But, I was just thinking about it because really, it gives you a minute insight into what women want, right? That's the main thing. It gives an insight into what women really want in a man. And it's not so much they want a thug. They think they might. It's just what the thug represents to them. And that's a certain type of energy. That's the main thing. They looking for that energy. But they looking for a level of intelligence, though. A level of intelligence that can navigate through life. That can go out there and make money. Have conversation. Connect. Have some damn street smarts. They looking for that too. And honestly, a lot of women, they'll say they don't find that. And now, of course, the men might say something else, but it's something because even beyond those characters, right? I've known some cats who, let's just say, they dealt in the marketing and distribution of contraband substances, and of course, in real life you get busted. But it's funny, those type of cats, a lot of them had women lined up, and I would say they are more on that dark side of good bar. Very interesting cats, and some of them, a couple years in a federal prison and stuff kind of change your perspective on things. So, very interesting guys to talk to. But it was also very interesting to watch how the women went for them, because a lot of times it's not even, they'll go for that type, that, quote unquote corporate thug type, because they ain't even so much the dude look good or he's sexy, but it is because he's also intelligent. See, I talked about that in a video I did a while ago. Are women really turned on by intelligent men? And, my argument in that video was they turned on by intelligence as long as there's other stuff to go along with it. Now, you've got a lot of women, many women, they'll deal with somebody who's, for lack of a better term, a thug, somebody who's a part of the criminal element, maybe like that, maybe the more intelligent side, that type who would be like Idris Elba's character in that movie Takers, more sophisticated about it, into bigger hustlers. You find that these guys never seem to have a shortage of women, and it's not so much they into the criminal activity. That's just a byproduct. It's kind of like something I said in my video when I talked about the deeper aspects of the imprint, and the people who actually paid for it, they know what I was talking about, because I said energetically there's no real difference between a street thug, somebody actually going out there doing some dirty shit in the street, and a football middle linebacker, a high school football middle linebacker. It's the same energy, it's just used differently. So women are attracted to not so much the thug, but the energy. But unfortunately, in women's eyes, now we can call them whatever name we want to call them, but this is what they're seeing. They don't see that energy in men every day. Like the average good guy, they don't see that energy, so they go for it in a thug. And before some women get on here and say, well, no, that's just those low class women. No, that energy is that energy, because I've known some women who are professionals, some women who even got in trouble for going for some, drug dealer, some incarcerated drug dealer that they knew to be who they thought was cute and intelligent. They'll be like, well, yeah, he was cute, but you know what? I talked to him and he was so intelligent and all of that. I just look at him and I'm just like, oh, okay. I don't really judge him. I just let him talk. That way I learn more. But, it's deep. It's deep in many ways. And that's one of the things I try to really teach, is how to have that energy, but just use it for good. They still want that feeling, but a lot of men, well, we don't live, let's put it like this. I'm gonna get a little deep with y'all. We live in a culture that really tries to suppress that energy in men. We really do. It tries to, we can watch TV and see a man be a man, stand up for his principles, fight for his principles, and the repercussions aren't too great. The truth of the matter is, we live in a society now, if a man does that now, he might be out of a job. He might be put in prison. Men don't fight in the street like they used to. You know, they don't settle. You know, people talk trash, you know, behind behind screen names and everything. But nobody will say, okay, well, why don't we just meet, get this shit out the way? Nah, if somebody get their ass whipped or something, you know, they ready to call the police or come up with reasons why they can't do anything. And really, now somebody will say, well, Rom, how can that be a good thing, you know, men fighting? It's the energy. The energy isn't suppressed because once a man, if you have a critical mass of men who have that energy present, who are allowing that energy to flow, of being firm in their manhood, a lot of stuff happening in society wouldn't happen out here. Because it wouldn't need the police to stop it, or laws to stop it, or even armies to stop it. The men would stop it. And that their energy is needed. Even by these women who call themselves feminists and think they don't need a man. They need the energy most of all. But yeah, that's my little tangent for it. I mean, honestly, I ain't mean to get that deep on this, man. I was just thinking about that though. You know, honestly, characters like that, you know, the Stringer Bells, the Ghosts, because I grew up around those types, so it's like I'm at peace with them. You know, I thought it was a normal thing. So, but, you know, like with everything else, you look at something deeper and say, well, what's the fascination? And like I said, it's not the activities. Some people might think it's the activities and, you know, because they like, you know, D-boys or something. It's the energy. Really is the energy. If that same energy, you know, they use that same energy on a basketball court, or they just use that same energy just going through life. Because one thing, you know, we talk about game, we talk about how a man can get a woman. If a dude just straight thorough, and he can be a church deacon, but if he's straight thorough and he got that energy like I'm not playing, women gonna respond. Like I knew this sister. I don't know her that well, but encountered her a couple times, and she that type of sister. She'll call male, female out on this shit right there, even if she don't know you. She don't care. But she said something that was very interesting. She said when her man tells her to zip it, she zips it. Because he's like one of those thorough dudes who just, you know, he got enough of that energy. And I know she ain't messing with no thug, but she messing with some dude who got that energy. And she's like, I ain't fucking with that. He just ain't playing that shit. So, anyway, yeah, that's it. That's it for today. I just want to share that a bit, just an observation and all of that. All right. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.